Hey there! I bet you didn't expect to see me today. Well, you probably did, but we are here at Magic Kingdom today, doing a little bit of walking around, enjoying ourselves, and a lot's happened already. In fact, there's quite a few things I want to talk to you about, but we gotta get away from these crowds first, because there's a lot of navigating to do. Okay, I kind of ran my way through Magic Kingdom to get to, well, I was gonna go get the bacon from the Golden Oak Outpost. I've heard about it, but they didn't have it. So we made our way to Pacosville instead, because I'm hungry and I need some lunch, and they have some cool 50th anniversary stuff here, so I'm gonna give some of it a try. But it's crowded in here. Like, it's super duper crowded in here, so I don't think I'll be able to get a seat anywhere, and that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, we'll have to talk about that a little bit more too, but we'll save that for a little bit later because my food's probably ready. All right, so here's lunch for the day. I managed to get a table, which is fantastic. We got some apple slices, a mekon, we've got a cheeseburger, and this really cute parfait themed to Country Bear Jamboree. Okay, it's actually not a parfait, it's a, I don't know. It's a shortcake, that's what it is, shortcake. So, first let's dig into this less than impressive cheeseburger. It's fine. Now, I know these aren't anything to write home about. No one says that they are, but it does the job in a pinch. Now, will I go out of my way for one of those cheeseburgers? No, definitely not. But I feel like there are so many people who compare the like bare minimum basic burger here at Disney to like something you can get a deluxe burger or at a restaurant. And it's just not what it is. So anyway, shortcake, let's give it a try. Like there's some crispy pearls on here. It's nice, but I haven't gotten any fruit, so let's dig a little deeper here. That's really nice. I'll tell you what, that shortcake was really good. The burger was fine, did the job. I was really hungry, so got a cheeseburger kids meal. But now, Pirates has a 15-minute wait, so we're going on. Whether or not it'll be an actual 15-minute wait is yet to be seen, but we're doing it anyway.
Send him in, Sir Davy Jones. It's the rum they want. Bring up the houses.
All right, with that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about why we're here today. So, Russ is home, as I told you, but he's tired. He's been working hard. So I told him to go take a nap, and I came to Magic Kingdom. And that's what we're doing. Now, realistically, we're doing everything against my best advice. Like, if you want to really achieve the most, there are better ways to do everything we're doing here today. It's a weekend, it's like 2 o'clock, but it's fine. We're here, and there's plenty of things we can do. Now, despite the crowds that you might see, well, they're not in front of you right now, but there's quite the crowd behind me. You can see there's lots of people back there. Despite that, it's actually not so bad right now. 15 minutes for Pirates, 15 minutes for It's a Small World, so it's okay. And I don't know if it's gonna storm later today, but we got some clouds in the sky. Of course, it's not to say that it isn't hot out here today. It's definitely warm. Not as hot as it's been in the past few days, but warm enough that is still a bit too warm for some people. All right, we're in Tomorrowland now, and it is toasty. So we're gonna go into the Carousel of Progress and check out the new, like, refurbished end seat.
Beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. He follows his dream with mind and heart. It's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great big beautiful tomorrow.
I've always enjoyed the Carousel of Progress. I don't know exactly why. It's just like, it's one of my favorite things to do at Magic Kingdom. There's never much of a line for it. It's air conditioned, which is fantastic. But you know what I think is funny? So I was sitting there kind of just watching the show like you do. And it's amazing how certain things progress and they change. And it's like, you know, they talk in the show about how like it goes from like getting across the country in like 7 days to getting across the country in 3 days. And there's so many things that we've been able to do that have progressed over time. But then a few scenes in, they've got like this like, I don't know what it's called. It's like an exercise machine where they like shake you. And it's so funny to me that they are still marketing things like this today and people are still buying this today. And I mean, I would assume they don't work. I don't have any knowledge about those tools or anything like that. But isn't that fascinating? Like, some things change, some things just never change. Anyway, it's just my thought of the day. It looks less than perfect out. So I don't know what we're gonna do next, but I know that Russ wants some stuff from the confectionery, so I'm gonna put in mobile order real quick, get that out of the way so I can just pick it up on our way out. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, our order has been put in and the wind has picked up. It looks quite a bit grayer now than it was. But before we move, first of all, the Festival of Fantasy Parade is going, so we're in no rush. But I also wanted to take a second and talk about something that I noticed over the past week or so. So, Magic Bands. There are new Magic Bands coming out. You've probably heard about them already, called Magic Band Plus. I don't know if I'm going to get one or not. It depends. I'm not sure yet, but that's neither here nor there. But I've been thinking about this and if the changes that I've been noticing have anything to do with Magic Band Plus. And I realized I just got ahead of myself, so let me explain. So recently when I've been been booping to get into the Magic Kingdom or whatever park I'm going to, the touch points normally go pink for me. So like they'll go pink and green. Pink on the touch point and green on the finger to say like, you're good, you can get into the park. And that's because I'm a DVC member. So it goes pink, it says welcome home, and then I can go in. Recently this changed, so I'm not getting a solid green circle. I'm getting like a light green / teal circle and no more noise. And yeah, it's been a little confusing because I'm like, did it work? Did it not work? I don't know. It doesn't matter what Magic Band I use. All of my Magic Bands are doing this. So, oh no! A balloon has gotten loose and is floating away. Hold on. Oh, do you see it? It's that little speck. Oh no. That's sad. Anyway, so I don't know if this has anything to do with the new Magic Bands that are coming out. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. We'll have to see. I'm hoping that they still have cool features for the Magic Bands that are already out and circulating, and they don't just like go, well, if you want something special, it needs to be Magic Band Plus. I can't imagine that that's going to be the case, but you know, we'll see. Also, my butt is super hot right now. This bench I'm sitting on is like, I'm being fried. Also, I don't know what's been going on recently when it comes to photos. And it's not just the Cosmic Rewind photo, but ride photos are just, there's something weird going on with them. I went on Pirates, got a ride photo, but it wasn't my ride photo, got someone else's ride photo, which happens, but like, what's going on, Disney? What's happening here? So yeah, anyway, I think it's time to start moving. Of course, in true we're doing everything the way we normally wouldn't do it fashion, we are heading toward Main Street, following the parade, which means tons of people, but it's fine. We're just doing a typical Saturday, showing you guys what it looks like. And look, the truth of the matter is, it's really not that bad. It's doable. It's just that sometimes when you're here all the time and you've worked out all the kinks, you kind of look at scenarios like this and you're like, I don't have to be in this scenario. And that's where I'm at right now. Is it okay? Yeah. Is it doable? Totally. But I mean, more difficult than it needs to be. We're in the confectionery picking up our treats, and I saw that they have the rainbow popcorn as like a make your own popcorn mix. I love rainbow popcorn. Okay, we're not going to do this today because it's really hard to not do it, but we're not doing it today. And watch them make some stuff. How cool is that? I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. All I smell is cotton candy. And I also want some of that. I should not be in here. This is why I mobile order. All right. We're calling it. Hey, calm yourself down, Monorail. We're calling it not because of the weather. Honestly, when the weather is bad, the crowds back off, and that's nice. But we got everything we wanted right here. And since we have everything we need, everything we want, we can in fact go home. So that's what we're gonna do. We're making our way back on the ferry this time. We did the monorail to get here and it was fine, but I feel like the ferry it's much more spread out. It's a much more comfortable experience in my opinion. I also think that they take just about the same amount of time. The thing for me that would have me going on one over the other would be if there was a really long line for the monorail, I would just go on the ferry. I wouldn't waste my time. The ferry's also a lot better if you have strollers, in my opinion, because it's just easier to like board. Not that the monorail isn't, but I don't know. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below, but that's just my opinion. Ferry is much easier for wheelchairs and strollers and just more space. So, but yeah, we are making our way back. Definitely looks ominous. I don't know if it looks as bad for you as it does for me in real life, but anyway, heading to Scar 3 something. I don't remember. I gotta check my app. We're making our way to the tram. Not gonna walk today, although it would be a beautiful day for it because snacks, and I don't want them to melt any more than they're already gonna. So we can get on the tram, make our way to Hook, not Scar, opposite Scar, so same general vicinity, but so we're gonna make our way there. Let's do it.
We hope you guys had a magical day in the Magic Kingdom, and we thank you for joining us on board this village tram. Some important things for you guys to remember later when you're exiting our parking lot. Speed limit is 15 miles per hour.
All right, making that last stretch to the car. We got dropped off about 10 rows away from where we were parked, but still better than having to walk the whole way ourselves. But I wanted to take this opportunity to chat with you a little bit about a few things that I noticed today while Thunder is in the background. So first and foremost, I think we need to have a conversation about strollers in the future. I think that there's a lot of advice people give when it comes to strollers, and I know I currently don't use a stroller for my kids or anything, but there are things you need to be aware of, and I noticed things that I think you should be aware of if you're planning on bringing a stroller here. How your stroller is going to have to be packed or unpacked when you get on different types of transportation. Hold on, we gotta start the car because it's nice and cool outside. But it's warm in here, so car is on, windows are open, other window is open. Okay, let's finish this conversation real quick. So There are things that you need to know if you're going to be bringing a stroller, and there are plenty of observations that I have made. I actually just witnessed a family really struggle with their stroller, getting in and out of the tram. So we're going to have a conversation about that in the future. We'll go over all of my thoughts, all the things I think you want to be aware of if you're considering bringing a stroller to Disney. Okay. The other thing I noticed, they ran out of ECVs today. There was a wait list for ECVs by the time I walked out of the park. So between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, there was a wait list for ECVs. So something to be aware of. I never noticed this before, and I wasn't thinking about it until I got on the ferry. I should have stopped and figured out what the process is when it comes to the wait list for ECVs. I'll do that in the future. I wasn't thinking about it today, so just subscribe so you don't miss it. Okay, I had a third point that I wanted to get to, but you know what? I'm just gonna save it for another day. It's getting warm in here. I want to get these treats back home. So thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. We did a lap of the park. We saw some really cool stuff. We saw some new things. I wanted to get on the People Mover as well and hear that new audio, but we'll do that next time we come to Magic Kingdom. But for now, let's take off. Let's head home, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right? Bye.